Hi there folks, it's Jonathan Denwood, and in this video I'm going to be telling you the awesome advantages of e-learning online. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. I'm coming back, and in this video I'm going to be telling you why I feel that e-learning is fantastic, and I'm totally dedicated, and so is my team, in helping entrepreneurs and educational establishments really grasp the power of e-learning. I think in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years, almost all education to some degree is going to be online. Don't get me wrong, I think there's always going to be a place for face-to-face education, as I call it, and for group dynamic learning in a classroom. But on the other hand, I just feel e-learning, online e-learning, we've just touched, and I mean that, just touched the surface of what's possible with online education, and I truly feel it's going to change the educational landscape for the better in the next 10 to 20 years. But what are the advantages to e-learning? Well, one of them is flexibility. You know, especially with us all adults having to retrain or rejuvenate our skills because of the pace of technology. How can we do this in an effective way that fits into our work schedule and family schedules? This is the power of e-learning. It really does enable us to learn, but fit it into our lifestyles. And that's just fantastic. Secondly is cost. You know, higher education or skill-based education, when it comes to the classical way of a college or higher education institute, has become more and more expensive, not only in North America, but in other parts of Western Europe. And, you know, to some degree, especially in America, higher education has become out of the price of the average American. And how are you supposed to improve yourself and your family condition if you can't afford education? I know a lot of people say, well, you can borrow the money, but let's be frank about it. As soon as you apply to establish higher educational establishment, you are bombarded by people trying to sell you student loans. And unfortunately, you can't, if your circumstances change and you need to file for bankruptcy, you can't get out of these loans. The only way you're going to is if you die. That's a bit dismal, isn't it? But the way out is the multitude of different online courses that can be also hybrid, where they mix it with a kind of boot camp environment. So you do the bulk of the training online, but then you can have face-to-face tuition in a classroom scenario as well. And I truly do feel that this is the future of higher and for skill training. Now, we've got to be frank here. When it comes to the higher biology or physics, or a number of laboratory-based disciplines, there's always going to be a place for higher institutions and universities. And this also applies to the humanities, you know, being able to meet your fellow students, to interact with them face-to-face in a classroom with your lecturer is beneficial, but also you can't underestimate the ability that you can be taught by some of the top people in that field online. That's something which until the past 20 to 30 years was unattainable to most people, and the cost benefits are going to filter down. One of the problems with online training is not exactly the technology, but the upfront investment, which is necessary if you're going to produce a really great course experience. And a lot of institutions, until recently, have utilised online training as a cost-saving exercise rather than providing top quality experience to the online students. This is just a fact. But I do honestly feel that this attitude is rapidly changing. And it's one of the few positive things that will come out of COVID, is that this attitude that online education just be treated as a cost-saving mechanism will be finally slain. The other thing about it is also you can be measured. The institution in a micro level can tell how you're making your progress through your course and can intervene if they've set up these measurements in the right way. They can set up interventions, micro interventions that really hold the hand of the individual student. And through marketing automation, this can be done at a highly granular level. I feel that this utilizing artificial intelligence and marketing and automation, we've only touched, and I mean touched, what we're going to be seeing in the next few coming years. And WordPress, which is the platform that WP-Tonic uses to build our platforms for our clients, is perfectly placed to take advantage of these new technologies. I've written a great article. You'll find the description in the video notes. Please go over to the WP-Tonic and read further about all the benefits of online education and the possibilities that it offers to you, the e-learning entrepreneur. If you want to have a one-to-one discussion with me, you can book a free Zoom. It's right on the front page of the WP-Tonic website. And I talk to many educational entrepreneurs like you. And I'm quite happy to give you as much free advice as I can to get you energized and ready to really build something fantastic, not only for yourself, but for your family. I'll see you soon. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because it really does help. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.